What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I forgot to pin my comment. Go to YouTube. If you on IG, go to YouTube. If you on IG. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Y'all go ahead and drop something in the chat over there on the chat so I can shout you out before we get started. But let's get the pleasantries out of the way. I would like to say that oh, wait a minute. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If anybody would like to pull up and ask anything, anybody like to pull up, share anything, the link is in the chat. For those who just tapping in for the very first time, be it on the replay or this your first time with us live, first of all, welcome. Welcome to hang out with the Spider Gang. We invite you to hang out on a regular basis, right? Hashtag Spider Gang. Let's get it. Anyway, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, normally 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's football season. Events of Super Dad don't stop, so we're doing it at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time during football season. But like I say, normally 9 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on the normal basis. But I get on Al Gore's internet every single day and share my thoughts about the price action. Me and the Spider Gang, we look at the price action overnight. We will recap the price action that happened today. During the overnight price action, we try to look to see where we think the market is the most high probability entries for a good swing trade or day trade will be. We just talk about economic stuff, what can affect the market, what can take it up, what can take it down. We try to talk about market sentiment. We try to talk about the narrative. We try to talk about everything stock market related for traders and investors. I am a swing trader. I am a full-time trader. I'm a full-time swing trader. I swing trade options. But I look at the price action every single day with the Spider Gang, with the hopes of inspiring somebody to learn how to read the charts a little bit better and improve their investing or trading that much more, right? And I do it all for the free 99. If that sounds like something you into, or if you appreciate what I do, please hit the like button. It might be on this side of your screen. It might be on that side of your screen, right? Please hit the like button for me. Then hit the share button. Share it with one cousin that you like and you adore, and share it with one cousin you don't like and you are poor. So we can all come together and get this money and build a new Wakanda together. Whoa, I just hit my mic. Come here, Mike. Get back over there. Speaking of hitting the mic, shout out. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Today's sponsors and everyday sponsors is thenewTLR.com. Go to thenewTLR.com and purchase yourself some Spider Gang merch. Yes, my favorite one is Discipline Over Dollars. That's my favorite. This is the one that started it all. I got options. I buy them, I sell them, right? This is my second favorite. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. Let me blow that one up so you can get it, right? You don't want to be a bull or a bear in the stock market. You want to be a beast, meaning you know how to trade the market going up and going down, and you don't marry your bias, and you don't get married to a bias. You don't get married to a stock. You know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Visit thenewTLR.com and get your Spider Gang merch. Shout out our second sponsor, brought to you by Banjo, new music by Il Jodem. Banjo streaming on all streaming platforms. Banjo is the album. Banjo, the link to Banjo is in the chat right now for Apple Music. If you ain't got Apple Music, just search on Spotify, Banjo by Il Jodem. Please support our sponsors. That's really me and my son. I'm the new TLR, and my son is Il Jodem. Yo, man, what's going on? Let me see who in the chat. Let me see who in the chat. What's up, here to learn and share? I know you was going to be here. What's up, Brittany? How is the tea and crumpets, Brittany? What's going on, Lamar? What's up? Oh, the chat moved on me. What's up, Lamar? What's going on, Pre? You look like my State Farm insurance agent when I had well, not y'all don't look alike, but your profile picture, you got that State Farm insurance agent profile picture. His name was Jimmy Watts, and that's how he looked on his picture. Like, what's up, Pre? What it say? I thought I was the only one to make songs out of anything. What's going on, Trevor? What's up? What's up? I moved. Rhonda Green. The chat moved on me. What's going on, Sonia? Sonia? What's up, Haitian Pete? Haitian Pete. Hey, Haitian Pete. You Haitian Pete out of Lauderdale? What's up? I see more numbers than I see things in the chat. Somebody drop something in there so I can shout you out, man. While we waiting on the cousins to put something in there, let's go ahead and put the screen back up, and we're going to go see what our homegirl did today. Well, who is that, Tim? I'm glad you asked that. Spotleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. There goes Spotleen. What's up? Did she get there? Did she get to our target? Did she get to our target for last week? 429.41. Right there. Right there. For those that don't know, these equal highs over here, that's been Lil Timmy Rogers' target. What's going on? That's been Lil Timmy Rogers' target for a long time. From way back here in June, when we was coming up, we was on our run, we was on a tear. Everybody was like, yeah, we about to go, baby. We about to go. And then them CPI numbers came out, and the job numbers and the PPI numbers came out and took us down, baby. Yo Street in a Range Rover. Boom, boom, boom. You better let it go. That was my target. Those equal highs that we made back there in April and May, right? So now we fought out. The Bulls fought their way back, trying to carve out the bottom. They're trying to say, hey, this is the bottom. We about to turn this thing around. And so it's been really bullish since the middle of July, from July 14th to be exact. July 14th, we started this trek up. And since July 14th, from peak to trough, as they like to say, from peak to trough is 15.7673%. Let's just say 15.75%. It's been a nice run. The rubber band is getting stretched out. The rubber band getting stretched out. I feel like we need to cool off. But like they say, what's that saying? The market can stay irrational long as you can stay solvent. I said that like I knew what it was all the time. The other day, I couldn't even remember what it was. The market will stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, meaning it will keep running in a direction you don't want it to be in, especially if you on the wrong side of the trade. Oh, it hurt. Oh my God. Oh, it hurt. Somebody take the dagger out my chest. Oh, please help me. It hurt. And there's some bears right now that's getting raked over the coals. Anybody that's still holding from June 9th, anybody that starts short, right here at June 9th, you can see a whole heap of people started shorting. Look at how we going. Let's look at the volume. Let's look at the look at the volume. The volume just peaked up right here on the 13th. But on June 9th, right, when it tanked, look at that. The volume was at 86 million on June 9th, right? Then on June 10th, when them bad CPI numbers came out, it went from 86 million to 132 million. That means almost everybody and their mama jumped in and said, let's sell this booger. And then look here, when the bad PPI numbers came out, that thing went from 132 million to 170 million. That's almost double when it came out. When the bad news first started coming out, in 2 days, well, over the weekend, 2 trading days, right? The volume almost doubled. So that means a whole lot of people had started shorting the market. Whole lot of people had started short. Let's see what that is. 170 million, right? 170 million. Let's get the calculator and let's calculate this right here. This is that 1 day. I ain't even talking over the 3-day span of it dying. Just that 1 day, that Monday morning, that June 13th, that Monday morning. Let's see how much money people pumped into the market. Now, I understand it's some buying in here too, but since the Bears won, I'm just going to call it all bearish money, right? So 170 million, 170 million. That put a bunch of zeros behind them. There you go, 170 million. And what we going to do, just to be nice about it, right? We going to come all the way down here to the low and get and pretend like it all was done at the cheapest price on the day. We ain't gonna talk about these people that was at the highest price of the day. We gonna be nice and we gonna get the cheapest price of the day, which was $373.30. And we're gonna say that all the shares was traded for $373.30 times 373.30. Oh my goodness. That's 63 billion with a B. That's about how much money Beyonce got. 63 billion, $461 million that's traded hands on that one day. So now imagine all of those people if they still holding their shorts, saying that this is not a real bull. This is a bear market bounce. Imagine those people that still holding those shorts from that one day. This is not a real bounce, right? Because $63 billion, they got a lot of money, right? So imagine people still holding there. Because look at the volume. Look at the volume since that day. The volume dying down. Yeah, true. We going into the summertime. But look, that's the most volume we done had since what it is, May 5th. That's the most volume we done had since May 5th. And it's just been dying off. So not as many people has been piling in on this bull rally as on this sell-off, right? So imagine the people that's stuck on the wrong side of the trade. Ooh, 63 billion on that one day, right? So imagine when they finally give up, be like, you know what? I can't take it. I got to make some money. My boss going to kill me. The market rallying. I done missed this rally. The boss going to kill me. Telling you, it's setting up for a recipe of getting a nice little pullback. Let's say maybe in September, into August, September, or maybe all of September. But it's setting up for a nice pullback and then taking off to the moon, Alice, to the moon. That's what I'm saying it's setting up to, because look at the volume. The volume's so low. All these people shorting on this one day, 663 billion on that one day. You know what I'm saying? And then look at that. To the moon. If this thing get up, where the 200 at? Let's see where the 200 day at. We're stone's throw away from the 200 day, what we was talking about, right? We're saying go up here, get to the 200 day, maybe test it, pull back down. Let's come back down like 5%. Give me a nice pullback. What we said the other day, was it like 5%? I think it was like 5% what we said. Get up here. Come back. Uh-oh. Why didn't it give me a line? Come on, give me a. Why it's not? What is it? What is it doing? There it is. What do we take it to? Somewhere around there. Yeah, there you go. Something like that right there. We'll talk about like that right there. Boom. Give me that. Come up here, this fair value gap. Come back down. Fill in this gap up right here. Test this breaking structure. Booyah. And then let's take off. That's what we're talking about. Give me that 5%. Give me a nice pullback. And that'll be good, so we can go ahead and keep going up. Right? But let me tell you like this right here. Right? Remember we said we took the 20. We lost the 20. Tested it, popped up. The next destination was the 50. We took the 50, defended the 50 well. Next destination, the 200. We real close to that 200, right? This week is setting up for the potential to be a bearish week. Y'all know when I think it's going to be bearish, I like to go up at the beginning of the week and then pull back. Go up, get the buy side liquidity, and then pull back, right? So today, we went up, all the way up. Strong close, right? This a mean follow through from Friday. This a mean follow through Friday, because we closed at the top, gap down, 50% way there, gap down to this. Did we get it? Did we leave? We ain't leave no fair value gap. The high on that calendar is 424.95, and we opened up at 424.77. Gap down to ensure that we don't leave another gap, and took off. Never went down. Never went down. Did we? We went down 6 cents. The low was 424.71, and we opened up at 424.77. So we did go down 6 cents and then took off. That's close enough to say we ain't go down at all, right? So boom, gap down to ensure we didn't leave a fair value gap. It took off to the upside. Only thing we need now is just go ahead and get up above the target that we had. I ain't got a dog in the fight. I got out of all my positions when we got close enough. The Qs hit the target. The SPY got close enough. I got out my positions. I'm waiting for a retracement to get back into some swings. That's what I'm waiting on. I almost took a day trade today, but it didn't give me no entry during the time I trade. We'll talk about that when I pull up the ES. But if we come up here, this the thing I'm saying. When I started saying this, I'm sorry. When I was talking about the market being irrational longer than you can be solvent. You see how we took this 50 period and we closed above it for a couple of days. Then we came back and tested it and we took off. If these bears don't hold this 200 period like is Fort Knox, and they trying to get in and get all the gold, do they still hold the gold at Fort Knox? Anyway, if they don't treat this 50 it's 200 a day moving average like it's Fort Knox, and somebody trying to get in and get all the gold, and they mess around and let this thing close above and come back down, and the bulls defend it, and it mess around and bounce to the moon, Alice. To the moon. To the moon. And you know why I say that? Because it's a lot of people that's caught on the wrong side of the trade, and they got to explain to their boss why they ain't making no money when the market rallying. They got to explain to their boss why they missing this. They got to explain to their boss, hey, why we still sitting in 30% cash when this market flying? You know what I'm saying? They got this. If this mess around and close above this 200 and come back down, and the bulls defend it, and it do the same thing the 50 period did, to the moon, Alice. To the moon. They need to defend this well so they can give me my doggone pullback and I can get into my positions, right? Because look at this, right? Look at this. When we was down here, remember when the 20 period was poking its head above, you know what I'm saying, the what's the name, right? The 20 period starting to catch up. You see what I'm saying? The market don't like to be extended away from its 20 period too far, but the 20 period starting to catch up. You see what I'm saying? They keep on messing around and let this 20 period get closer and closer and closer. And it's going to start dragging. You see it's starting to pull the 50, like the 50 period starting to poke its head up. You see what I'm saying? If these bears don't hurry and do something, we might not even get no pullback. You feel me? We might not even get no pullback. These bears don't do something quick, because, hey, when that stuck on the wrong side money start pouring in, and that hedge fund manager that's been sitting in cash and not believing this bull rally finally give up and start chasing this thing out of FOMO. You remember how AMC and GameStop and all that did? It went to the moon and nobody couldn't believe it was hitting those high prices. Matter of fact, let's go over there and see what the apes got going on. The apes is AMC. Is the apes AMC or GameStop? Anyway, let's go back here. Where we at? That's 2020. Boom. Look at this here. Look when that thing went ham. Look when that thing went ham. Look at that. Look at that thing went ham. That thing went from, it opened up on this day right here on January 21st, 2022. It opened up at, January 22nd, 2021. It opened up at $10.65, right? $10.65. Then on January 28th, 6 days later, it hit a high of $120. 6 days later, went ham. Why? FOMO. 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 And let that FOMO kick in over here. Going ham. Let's look at the let's look while we got this up. Let's see what if anything on the economic calendar while we looking at here. Come on, man. They do this every night. I think I think they be working on this site at night. Because every night around this time I can't pull it up. We'll look at the economic calendar. Well, we can look at Forex Factory and see if anything on there. Let's look at Forex Factory and see if anything coming up on the economic calendar this week. Monday through Friday. Okay. Tomorrow, ain't a lot going on. Wednesday, we got core retail coming out. We got retail coming out. FOMC minutes. It's just the minutes from the last meeting. It's you know what I'm saying? It's like a red folder, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad as far as volatile go, because we already know everything that they did in the meeting. Now, unless they like change some language that they use, and the algos don't like it, this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, the rest of the week is pretty light. So so retail numbers and FOMC minutes coming out Wednesday. So yeah, so tomorrow let's go ahead up and get up there, kiss that 200, close above our target that we had for last week, that 479.66. And then Wednesday, let's go ahead and start turning back around and coming down to the downside so we can get us a little pullback for the rest of the week. All right, let's pull up the ES, see what's going on. Anybody got anything in the chat so far? Anybody got anything in the chat? Anything in the chat, baby? Back to that equilibrium. What equilibrium, Andre? What's going on, Andre? What's going on, Karen? Yes. Let's get to the money. Karen got on the Louis Vuitton face mask. Is that Louis, Rainbow Louis? Is that a Rainbow Louis? You got big money, Karen. What's going on, Draco? Big Draco in the building. What's going on, Ryan? Hey, the price action recap. Let's get into that real quick. This morning when we opened up, I moved all my stuff already. We opened up, right, this is the opening calendar right here. We opened the morning at 42.58.25, right? We opened the morning at 42.58.25, and we was like dilly-dallying around. We was trying to get up, and we was waiting for it to hit to take out this buy side liquidity that I had marked off at 42.73.75, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the buy side. We was waiting for it to hit that. We were struggling to get it, right? Once we finally got it, boom, we took off like a rocket and ran out Friday's high, right? We ran out Friday's high. We had another buy side that was sitting just above this. I can't remember the exact number. I think it was like 42.83.25 or something like that. It was just above Friday's high. We ran all the way up to that buy side liquidity that I had marked up there just above Friday's high. And then we pulled back down into the Sunday gap down, right? We pulled back down into the Sunday gap down. That's what that red, if you can see it, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me make it a little bit darker for you. Let me make it a little bit darker for you. Boom. I don't know if you can see it there anyway, but that's the Sunday gap down. We came back down to there, and then we started to retrace back down. We kissed this fair value gap right there at the 10-15 candle. We kissed that 60-minute fair value gap at the 10-15 candle, and I don't know, was I still on? I don't know if I was still on right here. But anyway, because this when I was getting ready to get off, because we were actually, I don't even know where we was at. I think I might have been looking at 5-minute candles. But anyway, I got off live. I had this marked out. They some of the cousins was asking about the fib. anchoring the fibs. So we had looked at the equilibrium for the 9 o'clock, the 9:30 open, and for the overnight, right? So the equilibrium for the 9 o'clock open was the top of the fair value gap that was getting into the discount. The bottom of the fair value gap that we had marked out was a nice retracement in between the 62% retracement and the 70. It was a nice retracement there at the bottom of the fair value gap, right? So then from the overnight low, and then we looked at it from the overnight low to the high that we had made, and the equilibrium was right at the bottom of the fair value gap. From the overnight low to the high, the equilibrium was just above the bottom of the fair value gap. So if you ran your fibs from the overnight low, or if you ran your fibs from the 9:30 open, both of them was a discount. The overnight fib, if you ran it from the 9:45, you got a deeper discount. If you took it off the bottom of the gap with a little bit better risk to reward than if you took it off the bottom and took it off the bottom of the gap. You had a little bit better risk to reward doing it from the 9:30 open as opposed to the overnight low, right? So it came back to the discount. Either way, both ways we had ran the fibs, it came back to a discount. I wasn't in here around this time, so I didn't get the second. It gave you a second opportunity, came back to the same fair value gap again, gave you a second entry. You know what I'm saying? It gave the first entry was here, the second entry was over here. It actually gave you, if you took it off the top of the gap, it gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles to get in if you was trying to take it off the top of the gap. But if you was trying to take it off the bottom of the gap, it gave you 2 opportunities. 1, 2, gave you 2 chances to get in off the bottom of the gap, right? So I wasn't in here to take that trade. That was the trade of the day for anybody that would have taken it based off the stuff that we was looking at this morning. I wasn't a part of that because I was saying I was hanging out with my sweetie. We both just end up falling asleep on a movie. I think she fell asleep before I did, and I woke up about 1:45, and I came back here to see if the market was going to give me. I was looking for a retracement back to this fair value gap right here at the top of the gap. Let's just use the top of this gap right here at 42.87.75. I was looking for it to come back to right around 42.87.75 to try to take a quick scalp at the end of the day, but the volume wasn't there. The activity was really, really sideways. It never got back down there before 3 o'clock. And then I was like, oh, well, it is what it is. Made a slight push at the end of the day. And then now it's kind of petering out, acting like it's going to maybe try to do a little gap work to the downside and give it one more good push on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Just to like add insult to injury to the Bears. That's the price action recap. That's all I got. Anybody got any questions? Any questions? I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time for anybody that want to pull up. That's the sponsors. Appreciate that, baby. That's the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat at the bottom. My sweetie got it on the screen. I just refreshed it at the bottom of the chat. If anybody want to pull up and ask anything, if anybody want to pull up and share anything, real quick, one more time. Thanks to our sponsors, our phenomenal sponsors at add to the screen. TheNewTLR.com. Shop TheNewTLR.com for all your accessory and apparel needs for traders and investors. The apparel and accessory shop for traders and investors. Spider Gang. TheNewTLR.com. Salute to our other sponsor, Banjo. New music by Il Jodem. Brought to you by Banjo. New music by Il Jodem. Streaming on all streaming platforms. All streaming platforms. The link to Banjo It's in the chat also. Stream, if you got Apple Music, the link for Banjo is in the chat. If you don't have Apple Music, just search Banjo by Il Jodam on all streaming platforms and you'll get there. Secret, the new TLR is me and Il Jodam is my son. Hey, why not? They sponsor you sponsor people. I mean, people come on and sponsor all the time. We our own sponsors, man. We all we need. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Tranisha. I appreciate you, Tranisha. Hey, I don't see nothing in the chat. Ain't nobody putting nothing in there, so I guess ain't nobody got nothing. I appreciate y'all for spell his name, please. E-E-L space J-O-D-E-M. Il Jodam. Il Jodam. Let me tell y'all a secret about Il Jodam, right? Right. My name is Timothy Lee, right? They used to call me JoJo. My sister still called me JoJo, right? My name is Timothy Lee. His name is Timothy Lee. They used to call me JoJo when I was a kid, right? Now, when he first started producing as Il Jodam, let me see if he got one on here. It was spelled differently. It was spelled Il, E-E-L. That's his middle name, spelled backwards, right? It was Joe, J-O-E, Tim, T-I-M. It was Il Joe Tim, right? So it was like his middle name spelled backwards. I said he got the Joe from me because they used to call me JoJo, and then his name is Tim, right? So it was Il Joe Tim, right? And then soon as I said that, he changed it to Jodam, J-O-D-E-M. He claimed he changed it because his friends was like, it's Jodam. Why don't you say Jodam? It don't spell right. That's what he claimed. But I think I figured out his code and he didn't want me to know that, you know what I'm saying, he you know what I'm saying, I had anything to do with it. So he changed it to Il Jodam. But Il Jodam, and he make all his beats, he do all the beats, he do all the lyrics, he do all the beats. He go through and do everything himself right over there in the bedroom that I allow him to have until I decide he can't have it no more. Them just jokes. Hey, but yeah, Il Jodam, E-E-L-J-O-D-E-M. Go check him out on all streaming platforms. Hey, I think that's it. What's up, Carolyn? I don't know that name. If you've been here before, I jalapies. If it's your first time coming, welcome. Hey, what's up, Nikki? What's going on, Nikki? Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hey, Nikki, growing up, did anybody used to always come up to you and be like, no little girl named Nikki, I can you can say did anybody should do that? Hey, man, that's it. I don't see nothing in the chat. We'd have been on here. Oh, we getting done early today. It's only 33 minutes. It's only 33 minutes. I appreciate y'all for pulling up with me every day. Like I say, I just get on here and I try to share my thought process. Looking at the charts, looking at the price action, and giving my input on, you know what I'm saying, what happened in the past, what's happening right now, and what's the most probable thing that's going to happen. I'm an algo conspiracist. I think it's all ran by algos. I don't think human beings have any decision making in it, right? But hey, I just do it for the free 99. And if you appreciate that, please hit the like button wherever the like button. I'm gonna go through this again. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna look at the YouTube thing. Right? I'm gonna look at the YouTube thing. Get out of here, ad. Skip. Okay. So let me unshare my screen. Right? And I'm gonna hold up my right hand. I'm gonna put up my right hand right here. I'm gonna point with my right hand. Right? I'm pointing with my see, I'm not pointing at the like button. I'm not, when I'm looking at it right now, I'm not pointing at the like button. if I use my left hand like this right here, I'm pointing at the like button. Like this is the side that the like button is on my screen. Like if I move, I need to move over a little bit more. Matter of fact, the like button is right there when I do it with my left hand. Right? Right there. That's the like button right there. So, I don't know. What side of the screen is it on for y'all, man? What side of the screen? Left hand. The left hand. Yeah, that's how it is for me too, Brittany. They say it's the left hand. But my mom and a few other people was like, you got to use your right hand. It's the mirror. What's happening? Super Sly Fox. That's my first time ever seeing that name. Super Sly Fox. If you've been here before, I jalapies, but that's my first time seeing that name. So welcome. Super Sly Fox. Are you in your garden? Me and my wife got us a garden. Is that a garden behind you? Oh, iPhone is was the right hand on the iPhone. Okay, then. Okay, it's the right hand on the left phone for Draco. So I keep doing like this right here. Wherever it is, I'm gonna say if it's on this side or if it's on this side, I'm gonna keep doing like that. I'm gonna keep doing like that. Ramon, what's up, Ramon? Sierra, what's going on, Ramon? Sierra. Yes, it's a garden. What's happening? What you growing in your garden? What you growing in your garden? We be having like tomatoes. We had some funny looking cucumbers that came out yellow that look like yellow mangoes. We have some jalapenos. We have cherry tomatoes. We have green peppers, red peppers, all kind of peppers. We had some okra this year. We had what else we had, baby? We had some melons that wouldn't grow. The vines was getting long. The melons wouldn't grow. We got something else over there. I think it's like some eggplants that keep breaking off. Every time the flowers come out, they just drop on the ground. Sound like you're growing lemon cucumbers. Oh, okay. Lemon cucumbers, baby. That might be what it is. They got real fat. They was like fat and yellow. And then we was like trying to do some stuff. I think we like kind of killed the bush too, because we was trying to redo some stuff and make it grow up on a trellis. And it just after that, it just was like it was looking crazy after that. we actually built my sweetie garden. Was it 2 years ago, babe? We did it for Mother's Day. We built 2020, we built the deck. We built the deck for Mother's Day for 2020. 2021, we built the garden. Then 2022, we revamped the garden. Yeah, so we built the garden in 2021. So this was the second year with the big garden. Well, I ain't gonna say big, but with the nice one. We had a little small one, you know what I'm saying? Then we built up a little nice one for Mother's Day. Robinson, go to the principal's office, man. We already solved this. You coming in a day late and $1 short, man. We solved this already. The people already said, depending on what device you're on. The people already said that. Thank you, Robinson. Thank you. Please get some AirPods, because you got the Bluetooth in your ear on the thing. Get some AirPods, Robinson. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. And everybody, if you're new here, these just jokes. Me and my family, we get along like this right here. Before I go, the 23rd, August 23rd, one of the fiduciaries, financial advisors from my personal financial advisor, jazzwealth.com, and the big cousin Q. If you ain't never seen Q, he's been on the Come Up series before, but he's a real stand-up dude, a good cousin. He actually worked on Wall Street. He's going to come on with Eric from jazzwealth.com, my personal financial advisor, on the 23rd, and we're just gonna have a conversation about the overall about the market, right? So be thinking about some questions you want to ask. Eric is a long-term investor. Like, they do long-term, like retirement type stuff. For me and my wife, that's what Jazz Wealth do. They don't do any short-term trading for clients, right? They're very knowledgeable on anything you can think about money-wise. Q, everybody know Q is a beast, right? So y'all pull up with questions about that y'all want to know about the market. We're just gonna be talking about the market as a whole. And you know, Q make you think about stuff you ain't never thought about before. Q ain't all on the, you know what I'm saying, the quick flip and you know what I'm saying, how to day trade. Y'all know Q ain't on that. You know, Eric ain't really on that either. So come with some real economic type questions, like some retirement planning type questions, and stuff like that right there. You know, it's gonna be about having a conversation about the market that's outside of just thinking like an options trader, a swing trader, a day trader. It's because you run around here and make all the money you want swing trading and day trading, but if you don't know what to do with the money later on, if you ain't got a plan, you're hustling backwards, man. You're hustling backwards. You're still in the trap. Oh yeah, that's the other stuff: basil, lavender, rosemary, aloe vera, blueberries, strawberries. We got a blueberry bush. I don't think we got no blueberries off of there, but we got some strawberries. The strawberry been hanging on for a couple years, but like all the basil and the rosemary, my sweetie be cooking with it. She be cooking with the tomatoes and the peppers and the jalapenos and all that, the okra. Yeah, we actually getting our money's worth out the garden this year. It took us a couple years to start getting our money's worth out of it. The first year, I think we got like 37 cents worth of produce out of our garden. We spent about $260 building the garden. We got like 37 cents worth of produce out of it. Hey, man. Hey, I'll see y'all in the morning, man. I'll see y'all in the morning for the overnight price action at 9 o'clock. Again, I appreciate y'all. If y'all like what you heard, if y'all like what y'all saw, please hit the like button and please share it with a cousin if you feel like they'll get something out of it. Even if you don't, share it with them anyway, because the question you may not want to ask might have been answered in this video, and a cousin that wants to know that same question will benefit from it. So please like and subscribe. Nice. It worked. What I said? Nice. It worked, but reward. Yeah, it's work, but it's reward. It is a lot of work. I try to make sure I tend to it. And make sure it's kept up. Cause my sweetie is a very busy lady. She's a very important person to me and the people at her job. They don't seem to understand that she got a real life outside of work sometime, but that's some of the sacrifice you got to make when your wife is a career woman and you say you support her. Fellas, support them for real. Don't just support them in words. When the road meet the road, you better hold it in the road, pimping. Anyway, I see y'all in the morning, man. I appreciate y'all. What time? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock a.m. for the overnight price action. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy your families. Enjoy your dinner. Give yourself a brain break. Stop thinking about the stock market until tomorrow morning. And I see y'all then, man. Gone.